Okay, how about the rest of you? Did you receive the link?
Yes, and I answered.
Okay, great. Please, if you know who is called Apple, please tell him to write or her to write a name. I cannot admit anyone without a name. Okay. Let me check. Only 2 answered. How about the rest of you? Aren't you going to answer? Who answered? Fatima, did you answer? Ahmad, did you answer?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Who else answered? I only have 2 answers. Celia, did you answer?
Go.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, so the purpose of the expository essay, I'm going to present the answers. Only 2 people answered. I hope the rest of you know what an expository essay is after the lecture. The purpose of an expository essay is to, of course, inform. Now, I would like a volunteer to tell me about the types of expository essays. When we write an expository essay, what is it? What do we write exactly?
I can tell you.
Yes, would you please?
Miss cause and effect.
Okay, good.
Problem and solution, advantages and disadvantages.
Okay, good. Advantages, disadvantages, cause, effect, problem, solution. Great. Any others?
Case study.
Case study, thank you. A case study. What's a case study?
We study a specific case and we talk about it.
Yes, yes. If you're talking about water pollution, you go to the beach in Lebanon, and then you write a case study about it. Okay, or if you're writing about garbage recycling, maybe you would go to a village in the south that has launched a recycling program. That would be a case study. Okay, now let's recall. Recall means remember together the parts of an essay. I would like someone to read. Ahmed, would you?
Yes, I can.
Read? Yes.
Me?
Ahmed Shahimi.
Oh, okay. Introduction, 1 paragraph. Hook. General information about your topic. Thesis, main idea of the whole essay. Body, 3 paragraphs. Okay. Body 1 explains and supports first idea and thesis.
Okay, so the introduction is 1 paragraph and it needs to include all those 3 elements. This was basically your homework. I just want you to write a good introduction at the beginning, then we will deal with the rest. You need a hook, general information. Can I be specific in the general information? Let's see, Celia, can I be specific in the introduction? Can I, if I'm talking about the causes, can I add a cause in the introduction?
No, miss, because the introduction only talks about the general information or the main idea.
Very good, Celia. Just the general information, it sets the background for my thesis, for my essay, and then the thesis, which is the main idea of the whole essay. Now, one question, which I hope I get all of you know, let's see. Haya, can the thesis statement be in question form? Okay, someone, I think, okay. Okay, let me see. Sharif, can a thesis statement be written in question form?
Yes.
Wow, I was very specific about that, Sharif. What's happening?
Sorry, miss. No. I thought you said hook.
Yes, a hook, of course. Thank you for clarifying that. A hook can be a question, but a thesis is called a thesis what? Thesis statement. What's a statement?
Statement.
A sentence that ends with a full stop, okay?
Full stop.
Yes. Never write a question in the thesis. You can write a question as much as you want in the hook. It's actually a good hook, okay? Now moving on to the body paragraphs. Let me see. Any volunteers for reading?
I can read.
Yes.
Body paragraph.
Mhm.
Body 1 explains and supports first idea in the thesis. Body 2 explains and supports second idea in the thesis. Body 3 explains and supports third idea in the thesis.
Okay. So in grade 10, let's see, Kamel, in grade 10, how many paragraphs should your essay be generally?
5.
5, thank you. Not 4, not 6, no, it is 5. The standard is 5 from now until you reach grade 12. Introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and finally a conclusion. Okay, moving on, the conclusion. What does a conclusion need to include? Fatima.
Yes, miss.
Yes, the conclusion, what does it mean? Also 3 elements, like the introduction. What are these 3 elements?
Conclusion, it restates the thesis statement.
Yes.
It leaves the reader with future expectation or call for action.
Okay.
And it summarizes the essay.
Yes. A good introduction would be 3 to 4 sentences. And always, as I said to you, ever since last year, please end well, and the conclusion on a powerful note. And think of your essay as a hamburger. The introduction and all the details here, like the lettuce, the cheese, the meat, the mayonnaise, the ketchup, those are all the details, the body, and then the conclusion is the bread bun at the end. It needs all those elements in order to be a good essay. Now let's move on to the next slide. There are 5 main types of writing in expository writing that we're going to take this year. What are they? Let me see. Volunteers. Yaoub, would you please read? Yaoub can't read. Sami?
I can read.
Yes, would you please?
There are 5 main types of writing. Expository writing. The aim of purpose of the writer is to explain, illustrate, and inform. Problem solution essay, comprehension contrast essay, cause and effect essay, definition essay, and process essay.
Okay, and there's also the one Fatima talked about, the case study, in which I choose a specific case and I talk about the different aspects of it. Now, this is our first major type of writing. Now, the second major type of writing is called what? Sharif, would you please read? Sharif?
Miss, I'll read if you want.
Yes, miss.
Yes, would you please read, Sharif? What's the second
Yeah.
major type of writing?
Argumentative writing.
Okay, argumentative writing.
The aim of the writer is to stand with or against a certain issue. In this writing, the thesis statement is the author's position or claim. Yet the author needs to present both points of view and then refute the one that he is against using means of support.
Okay, Sharif, can you give me an example of argumentative writing? What do we argue about socially? Can you give me a topic?
Yes, the GOAT debate in basketball.
Okay, what's that? Can you clarify?
Who's the best basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Okay, that's a good argumentative essay topic. If you say
Yes.
it's LeBron James, which I think you would say that, you in this essay you would argue with
I
LeBron,
would provide facts.
and you would provide facts, statistics, and expert opinions in order to do
Yes.
what? To gain credibility.
Mhm.
Thank you, Sharif. Now, the third
Yes.
type of writing we're going to take is called what? Well,
Persuasive.
okay, persuasive. Ali Khalifi, would you please read?
Yes, miss.
Yes. Third type of writing.
Persuasive writing. The aim of the writer is to convince the readers and make them adopt his or her point of view. Only the author's view is presented here, and not the opposing point of view.
Okay, for half an extra credit point, and this was in the video, who can tell me the difference between an argumentative essay and persuasive essay? And please, yes, you may answer.
The difference is that in argumentative writing, you're gonna state the opinion of the person that you're arguing with. However, in the persuasive, you're only going to state your opinion.
Yes, in argumentative writing, if Sharif is going to write about how awesome LeBron James is, he would also need to include in one of the paragraphs how maybe Michael Jordan was a better player. But then what would he do? He would refute this. He would present a refutation to this idea. That's argumentative writing. You need to present both points of view. In persuasive, you're only presenting your own point of view, which is much easier.
Yes, but in persuasive, we should convince the reader.
Of course, in both of them, you're trying to convince. Both of them, the purpose is convincing. Yet here, both points of view have to be presented. It's not easy.
Okay.
Here, you just give me why you are with LeBron James, or why you are with cosmetic surgery, okay, or mercy killing. We will take all those topics when we get back. Now, the fourth type of writing, Jad. Jed, okay, let's see. Michael, fourth type of writing?
Miss, I can answer.
Okay, would you please answer?
Ms.
Okay,
Jad said his mic isn't working.
It's okay.
descriptive writing. In this type of writing, the author uses the five senses and figurative speech in order to paint a certain picture to the reader.
Okay, now would you please give me an example of a descriptive writing? What can you write? What might the ask you?
You can write about a specific thing and start describing about it.
Okay, and the elements of a descriptive writing, just like the ones you took in Arabic language, you have to include a lot of feelings, a lot of senses, figurative language, emotions, similes, metaphors. You still remember those, hopefully. Personification, yes. Okay, all of those are elements in descriptive writing. Finally, the last type of writing we're going to take. So volunteers, because I don't know.
I can read.
Yes, please read.
Narrative. Here, the author is basically telling a story. Types of narrative are biography, author telling someone else's life story. Autobiography, author telling his or her life story. Historical documents, short stories, novel.
Okay.
This type of writing uses the time chronological order.
Yes, remember time chronological order? That's one of the patterns of organization. Now, a biography, for example, I'm writing about Einstein's life. An autobiography, maybe when you're famous one day, you will write your own story. Auto means self, autobiography, a biography of oneself. Historical documents, let's say you're talking about World War I, the events that happened, etc. That's also a narrative. Short story, which is one of the best parts of the grade 10 English, we're going to take, you're writing a story with characters, setting, problem, solution, conflict, etc. So this is it. Those are the major types of writing. Any questions before we move on?
No, miss.
No.
Okay, great. Now, our first type of writing, as you all know by now, the expository essay. Fatima, would you please read?
Yes, miss. The purpose of this writing is give information about a certain subject. The writer's tone in this type of writing is usually objective, formal, neutral, and scientific. The following are different kinds of expository essays, which we will be writing this year: problem solution essay, cause effect, advantages, disadvantages, and case study essay.
Okay, those are the only three types we're going to write this year. Of course, I'm talking expository essay. Fatima, would you please explain what I mean by the writer's tone is objective, formal, neutral, and scientific? Those are all the same, by the way. They all mean the same. What does that mean?
This means that in the expository essay, the writer only talks about some facts or scientific facts, like he doesn't feelings or his opinion.
Thank you. Okay, it's providing information. If I'm giving the statistics of death due to coronavirus in an expository essay, I'm not putting emotions and feelings into it, just pure facts and numbers, and that's it. Okay, so the tone of the author, if I ask you about the tone, which we're going to take in detail later on, you would say the author is objective and formal, or maybe scientific and neutral. They all mean the same, but you always need to give me two adjectives. Now, moving on. Now, in detail, what's a problem solution essay? Sharif, would you please read? Okay.
Yes, miss.
Miss,
Yes.
can I read?
Sharif, and then you will read. Sharif, A.
Yes. A problem solution essay. If a writer wants to address the issue of garbage pollution, he or she might state the problem and its different dimensions, and then give practical solutions to it.
Okay, can you give me an example, Sharif, of a problem solution essay? From our
the problem of pollution and how we can solve it.
Okay, specifically, for example,
water pollution.
Water pollution, okay. Forest fires, this is the major issue facing Lebanon. It was in the headlines. Number letter B, who said someone volunteered?
Me.
Yes, would you read?
Cause and effect essay. If the writer wants to talk about the reasons behind the issue of garbage pollution and what that issue is leading to, she or he would write a cause or effect essay.
Okay, causes and effects of garbage pollution in Lebanon, causes and effects of, you can say also coronavirus, what causes it, what are the damaging effects. Thank you. Now, letter C, Ahmed Aoudi.
Yes, miss.
Yes, would you please read?
Advantages and disadvantages essay. When the writer wants to discuss something like social media and how that could help people express themselves and allow usually shy people to connect with others, yet on the other hand, it has drawbacks like cyberbullying, catfishing, and poor time management among teenagers. The writer here is writing the advantages and disadvantages essay.
Okay, we are specifically going to write an advantages, disadvantages essay for different types of technology like social media, internet, robots in the operating machine, in the operating room, etc. And finally, the case study, let's see. Hassan, let me see. Hassan Mahsen, would you please read?
Yes, cause study essay. When a writer wants to focus on a singular case in order to give a real life example to the topic he or she is discussing, the writer usually writes a case study where he or she make research about one case person, city, river, sea, country, etc.
Okay.
For example,
Thank you, Hassan, and welcome to ISI. Okay, who would like to continue? Hussein, would you please continue? Hussein? Okay, any volunteers?
Miss, can I continue?
Yes, you may.
For example, when the author is addressing the huge issue of water pollution in Lebanon, he or she might talk about pollution in the Litani River and talk about the causes and effects of pollution in that particular case. Also, when the author is talking about the effects of cyberbullying on teens, he or she might discuss this case of particular teen who faced such an issue and what happened as a result.
Again, this is one essay that we're going to write this year. Okay, so this is it for expository essays. Now the sample essay, which I would like to read with you. Now, first of all, I always give you a quote at the beginning of a prompt. Let's have Yaoub read it.
Okay. Pollution is one of the major current issues facing the whole globe. Based on the above statement, choose any environmental problem you are familiar with, such as global warming, climate change, acid rain, greenhouse effect, etc. Shed light on 3 of its main causes and 3 of its consequences. Suggest at least one plausible solution that can help reduce such a problem. Develop your ideas in a well-organized expository essay of 250 to 300 words. Make sure that in your introduction you put your reader in the general atmosphere of your topic and clearly provide a thesis statement, and that each of your paragraphs starts with a clear topic sentence that is backed up by relevant supporting details. Draft, revise, and proofread your essay.
Okay, so very important things to notice. It's grade 10, so the essay needs to be this much, 250 to 300 words. Of course, I will accept up to 400 words. That's cool. Now you need to put all those elements, and every time I will write those in the prompt for you. You have to draft, revise, proofread your essay. Let's go through the writing process together. What do I mean by drafting, revising, and proofreading? Many of us would just grab a piece of paper and start writing the essay. Is that a good idea, Kamel? Just come on, okay, the teacher gave us an essay, let me start writing it. Is that a good idea?
No.
Okay, what should we do?
We should write a draft.
Okay, write a draft. Before that, good idea. Before that, what do? I read the prompt. What do I do?
The outline and the outline.
Okay, this year you guys are off the hook, no outlines. So consider yourself lucky.
Brainstorm ideas.
Yes.
Pre-writing.
Yes, pre-writing means brainstorming here in the mind. I have my ideas. What do I do with them? I quickly put them on a piece of paper in quick pieces. Okay, that's pre. Would you please, Kamel, would you please read pre-writing, what pre-writing is?
Thinking about the topic, brainstorming, and planning.
Okay, you're planning it in your head. Now, the second part, who can read? Michael, would you please read? Drafting. Okay, Sami? Celia?
Miss, Michael says his mic doesn't work.
Okay, Celia?
Yes, miss.
Would you please read?
The first one?
Drafting. We talked about the first one, which is brainstorming in your mind. Now,
okay. Quickly putting thoughts on paper.
Okay, Celia, when you quickly put thoughts on paper, do you write full sentences already?
Yes.
Or maybe you write phrases and then you write your first draft? Okay.
No, I write them يعني دغري.
Okay, that's not a good idea. A better idea, okay, it depends, but a better idea would be to write your ideas in quick phrases and then put them into a rough draft. Third one, Fatima.
Yes, miss.
Mhm.
I'm revising, reworking the organization and details.
Okay, I wrote my rough draft. I revise any problems. I edit them here. I edit for what? Why do I edit? For spelling, for grammar, capitalization. 90% of my students write Lebanon with the small L. We're gonna deal with that, write their names, maybe some only write their names with small letter. No, things need to be, proper nouns need to be capitalized. Punctuation needs to be where it is. We're going to talk about those specifically. And finally, evaluating. I finish my rough draft. What do I do? What does evaluating mean? Who would like to answer that? What does it mean to evaluate my rough draft?
To search for mistakes أو شي هيك.
Okay, mistakes. What kind of mistakes?
Every mistake, grammar, spelling.
Okay, that's in editing. I finished with the grammar mistake. Evaluating, I'm criticizing myself. Maybe I should have written this idea instead of that, this word instead of that. Evaluating, and then finally publishing. What does publishing mean? Writing my last draft, my final draft.
Yes.
Okay? And presenting it to the reader or to the teacher. And this, my dear students, is called the writing process.
Yes.
Okay, now let's move on. Okay, this is how I brainstorm. I gave you examples of the homework I issued. Major causes of water pollution, factories, farms, industries. Do you notice how I'm brainstorming? Quick ideas. I want 3 causes: factories, farms, and industries, sewage and wastewater, dumping garbage in the water. Now, the second part. Okay, let me just clear the screen. The second part, I write my thesis statement. Not at the beginning, I just need to make it ready. Water pollution is a major issue stemming, means resulting from several factors such as illegal dumping from industries, sewage, water, and garbage dumps near water bodies. Those are the ideas I brainstormed. Did you notice that? Okay, so my thesis is going to be divided into how many body paragraphs? In the first one, Fatima, I'm going to talk about what in the first body paragraph? Fatima.
We're going to first idea that we mentioned in the thesis.
Okay,
Illegal dumping.
first body paragraph. Illegal dumping from industries. Dumping means throwing. Then second body paragraph, sewage water, the wastewater that comes out of houses, other places, etc. And the third body paragraph about garbage dumps near water bodies. And then I write my conclusion. So the thesis statement would be, Fatima, would you please read it?
Yes. Water pollution is a major issue stemming from several factors such as illegal dumping from industries, sewage water, and garbage dumps near water bodies.
Okay, thank you. Now the thesis is ready. Okay, now think of a catchy hook and background information to write in your introduction before you write the thesis statement, and then you are ready. Here is the introduction. The title is Poisoning Our Waters. I discussed water pollution. Who would like to read the introduction for us?
I can read it.
Yes.
Today, no matter what news media you link into, the main headline will probably be related to an environmental issue. The globe is facing an unprecedented amount of problems related to the environment. One such issue is water pollution, stemming from several factors such as illegal dumping for industry sewage water and garbage dumps near water bodies.
Okay, do you notice? The hook was an interesting fact that no matter what news media I go to the first, generally, especially in our days, generally the first news is going to be related to a forest fire or a flood, etc. Then general information, and finally, I wrote my thesis statement, the one I prepared after I brainstormed. Now let's move on before we run out of time. Okay. Now start writing your body paragraphs, remembering to write a topic sentence for each one. Obviously, the topic sentences need to be each related to one of the points you stated in your thesis. One such issue, I'm talking about the first body paragraph now. One such issue is water pollution stemming or resulting from several factors, okay, such as, this is my thesis, I'm sorry, this is my thesis. Then when we move on, okay, those are the three topic sentences I'm going to use. Topic sentence 1, to begin, industries such as factories, mines, and farms are considered main culprits in water pollution. The culprits are criminals, those who cause harm. The second topic sentence, I already wrote it, and I advise you to do the same when you write an essay. Write your thesis, write your topic sentences, then put them together in the essay. Topic sentence 2 for body paragraph 2, another huge source of water pollution is sewage and wastewater. Finally, topic sentence 3 for body paragraph 3, furthermore, careless dumping of garbage into water bodies is making matters worse. Again, I ask the question, what is a topic sentence? Yeah, oh, what is a topic sentence? And where do we write it? Sharif? Sharif?
Yes, miss.
Yes, what is a topic sentence and where do we write it?
Miss, do I read ولا?
No. What is a topic sentence? I wrote the three topic sentence, one for each body paragraph. What is it and where do I write it?
Topic sentence. Miss, it like no. Like مش summarizes بس no. Like tells us what to talk about.
Tells us what the paragraph is going to write about. So body
The main idea of the paragraph.
Thank you. This is body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3. Yes. Okay. So I prepared all those and now this is my final draft. Okay. And this is posted in the worksheet. This is written in the worksheet. Please, before you write your essay, if you haven't, before you write your introduction and before anything, please read the worksheet. Okay. Okay. You notice the thesis, the topic sentences here, and finally my conclusion. I would like someone to read the conclusion and we're almost done. Let's see. Who hasn't read? Any volunteers for reading the conclusion?
Ms. Reed?
Yes.
The ideas illustrate above have shed light on some of the main reasons behind the water pollution and the terrible consequences of marine life. Water, they say, is life, with about 70% of Earth's surface being covered by water. And undeniably becomes one of the greatest assets. Isn't it our duty to intelligent inhabitants of this planet, which is our only home, to take better care of its precious resources?
Okay, so what did I do in the conclusion?
I summarized the text and restate the thesis statement with different words.
Yes, here I basically restated my thesis and summarized the text. And then I made a call for action. I expressed my feelings. Isn't it our duty, a call for action, as intelligent inhabitants, those who live in a place of this planet, which is our only home, to take better care of its precious resources? I ended also with the question, which is a good strategy in writing. Okay, so this is basically an essay in grade 10. Any further questions, because we're running out of time?
No myths.
Are we clear on this? Okay, Hassan Mahsen was the lecture clear? Hassan?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Anyway, if you have any further questions, you can ask me. You can send me a text, no problem. And until we meet next time, hopefully, this is the last Zoom live, hopefully, because I'm really eager to meet everyone. See you guys.
Yes.
Anything else?
See you.
Bye.
No, thank
Maybe one question is, when are we going back to school?
You guys,
you.
Monday,
To Monday.
9 to 12. Aren't 9 to 12 Monday? Yes.
Well, it's Monday.
Yes, it is.